Hi everyone, my name is Carlos Balmaceda and welcome to my YouTube channel SQL Portfolio, where I want to help you become a skilled data analyst and create an impressive portfolio. In this video, I will go over the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and Xlookup. These are all important functions in spreadsheets because they enable efficient data gathering. They allow users to find specific information from large data sets. VLOOKUP is crucial for vertical searches, HLOOKUP for horizontal, and Xlookup combines both, enhancing data manipulation capability. Let's go ahead and start with VLOOKUP. Imagine you're a manager responsible for a team of employees at your company, and you want to ensure that your team members attended a company's town hall meeting. Using VLOOKUP, you can quickly find out whether an employee was present or absent at the meeting. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. Here we have two tables, the attendance list table on the left and the employee ID table on the right. The attendance list table includes the employee ID, employee name, and their attendance status, and the employee ID table includes the employee ID and attendance status. Your goal is to verify the attendance of employee 102. To achieve this, you can employ the VLOOKUP function that interacts with both the attendance list table and the employee ID table. What I want to do is input the employee ID in this cell and then get the attendance status. Let's start by discussing a very crucial rule when it comes to using VLOOKUP. It revolves around the placement of your data within the table. In VLOOKUP, the value you're searching for must be situated on the leftmost column of your table. So if we are looking for the employee ID, then it needs to be on the first column and not on the second or third. Therefore, if you need to reorganize your columns, it's essential you do this first. If this arrangement isn't in place, VLOOKUP won't function correctly. Now that we have our columns set up correctly, I'm going to enter the VLOOKUP formula in the attendance status cell within the employee ID table. I'm going to click on the insert formula and find the VLOOKUP function, which triggers a dialog box where our arguments will be entered. First, we have the lookup value, which is the value you're trying to find in the first column of your lookup range. For the lookup value, I will enter G3 since it corresponds to the employee ID. Next, we have the table array, which is the range of cells where the function searches for the lookup value and retrieves corresponding information. So I'm going to select the entire attendance list table. Next, we have the column index, which is the column from which we want to retrieve the data. In this case, we will enter 3 since we want to retrieve the attendance status when I entered the employee ID. If I wanted to find out the employee's name instead of the attendance status, then I would enter 2. Lastly, we have the range lookup, which is the parameter that determines whether the function should perform an approximate match or an exact match when searching for the lookup value. An approximate match would be true and an exact match would be false. In this case, we want an exact match, so I'll enter false. Just to briefly cover this, one example when you may want an approximate match is a retail store having a promotion where if you buy 3 shirts, you get 1 free, and if you buy 5 shirts, you get 2 free. In this scenario, if a customer buys 4 shirts, an approximate match ensures they qualify for the buy 3, get 1 free offer, as they would surpass the 3-shirt threshold. This flexible approach, facilitated by an approximate match, recognizes that purchases exceeding 3 shirts but not reaching 5 shirts still deserve a free shirt. Likewise, for a 6-shirt purchase, the approximate match recognizes eligibility for the buy 5, get 2 free offer, granting the customer 2 free shirts. Now, when I enter employee ID 102 in the designated field, the attendance status reflects absent, which means we need to have a conversation with Jane regarding her attendance. So far, we talked about how with VLOOKUP, we search for values in the first column of a list and get information from the same row. Now, with HLOOKUP, we start our search in the very first row of a table and gather data from the corresponding column situated in another row. Just remember whether you pick VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP depends on how your data is organized. Up and down for VLOOKUP and side to side for HLOOKUP. For HLOOKUP, we will follow the same steps and click on the insert function. Then we will look for HLOOKUP. Our lookup value will be the employee ID on cell I14. Then we select the table array. Here you will notice it now says row instead of column. Since we are looking for the employee ID, that will need to be the column on the first row, otherwise the formula won't work. Since I want to know if employee 102 attended the town hall meeting, I will enter 3 for the row index since the third row has the attendance status. Lastly, since we want an exact match, we will enter false here. Now, if I look up employee 102, I get an absent return. If I enter 103, I get present. Third, we have Xlookup. It can do everything Hlookup can and more. One of the great things is that if you wanted to do a vertical lookup, the lookup value would not have to be in the first column, so you wouldn't have to rearrange your data. Here you can see that I have the employee ID column, which is our lookup value, in the second column and not on the first. So let's go ahead and insert the function and find Xlookup. You will notice the dialog box has more fields, which makes this function more powerful. We will start by entering our lookup value, which is the employee ID in cell G14. Next, we have the lookup array. In VLOOKUP, you had to select the entire attendance list table, but with Xlookup, I just have to select the lookup value column. So I want to find the employee ID on the second column, so that's the column I'm going to highlight. Next, we have the table array, so I will select the attendance status column since that's what I want to look up. With Xlookup, you don't need to worry about the column or row index. Now, we have everything that we need to look up our values, but Xlookup has some other options. Here, you have other fields like if not found. If a value is not found, rather than getting an NA value, you can have it say not found. We also have the match mode, which means that the function will look for an exact match, and if it can't find one, it returns the next larger item. Finally, the search mode will search from the first item to the last. I hope you've gained valuable insights into a world of data analysis using VLOOKUP, Hlookup, and Xlookup functions. These functions are valuable tools for efficient data retrieval in spreadsheets. VLOOKUP facilitates vertical searches, Hlookup horizontal, and Xlookup combines both capabilities while offering greater flexibility. If you are interested in creating a comprehensive case study that you can showcase to prospective employers, click on the link above or check out my video, Master Data Analysis, and create an impressive portfolio. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking the video. Your support helps me create more content. I hope I was able to earn your thumbs up, and thank you for watching.